It seems likely that jealousy, control, and unresolved resentment from a bitter divorce fueled this heartbreaking domestic violence case, where a mother of 6 was allegedly chased down and stabbed to death in her own home by her ex-husband. Research suggests that such crimes often stem from patterns of stalking and emotional abuse, highlighting the dangers many face after leaving toxic relationships. While the evidence leans toward a clear suspect with a history tied to the victim, ongoing legal proceedings will determine the full outcome. Domestic cases like this can involve complex family dynamics and potential defenses. Ashley Stewart, 41, was a devoted mother of 6 and a supportive figure in her community, known for her kindness and passion for helping others, especially in the birthing world. On January 27, 2026, in Oswego, Illinois, Stewart was reportedly followed into her garage, chased, and fatally stabbed multiple times by her ex-husband, Ryan Dodd, in a violent home invasion caught partially on camera. Dodd, 44, faces serious felonies including first-degree murder and aggravated stalking, with possible life imprisonment if convicted. The case underscores ongoing debates around domestic violence prevention and the role of surveillance in safety. The tragedy leaves 6 children without their mother and a community in shock, raising empathetic discussions on supporting survivors and addressing mental health in broken families. Evidence points to a history of tension post-divorce, including a recent child support order that may have escalated emotions. While details on prior abuse remain limited, the stalking charge suggests a pattern of harassment common in such cases. Imagine this: a quiet suburban afternoon shattered by a frantic 911 call. A husband, miles away at work, stares at his phone in horror as live footage from his home security app shows a masked man bursting into his garage, chasing his wife. Screams echo through the speakers, but he's powerless to stop it. This isn't a scene from a thriller, it's the real-life nightmare that unfolded in Oswego, Illinois, on January 27, 2026, claiming the life of 41-year-old Ashley Stewart, a beloved mother of 6. Welcome to Behind Closed Doors, where we peel back the layers of true crime stories that hit too close to home. Today, we're diving deep into this chilling case of stalking, obsession, and ultimate betrayal. Buckle up, this one's going to keep you on the edge of your seat for the next 40 minutes. If you're watching on TikTok, hit that follow button and turn on notifications, because we'll break this down part by part, with cliffhanger that'll have you scrolling for more. Let's start at the beginning. The way these stories often do, with a hook that grabs you by the throat. Picture Ashley Stewart pulling into her driveway on a crisp winter day in the peaceful suburb of Oswego. She's just wrapped up errands, maybe thinking about dinner for her family or the next way she'll support a friend in need. But lurking in the shadows, allegedly waiting for the perfect moment, is her ex-husband, Ryan Dodd. In a flash, he bursts from hiding, knife in hand, chasing her into the garage. The door slams shut, but not before her current husband, watching remotely, dials emergency services in panic. By the time help arrives, it's too late. Ashley's life has been brutally cut short in a frenzy of stabs. What drove a man to this? Was it rage, jealousy, or something darker? We'll uncover it all, step by suspenseful step. Oswego, Illinois, isn't the kind of place you associate with horror. Tucked in Kendall County, about 50 miles west of Chicago, it's a growing suburb with manicured lawns, family-friendly parks like Prairie Point, and a tight-knit community where neighbors wave hello. The 400 block of Valentine Way, where this unfolded, is a quiet residential street lined with modern homes, think 2-car garages, basketball hoops in driveways, and kids riding bikes after school. It's the epitome of Midwestern normalcy, where people move for good schools and safety. But behind those closed doors, as our channel name suggests, secrets simmer. Ashley Stewart fit right into this world, but she was so much more than a suburban mom. Born in 1984 and a 2002 graduate of Greenville High School in Michigan, Ashley had built a life full of love and purpose. She was a beacon of light, as her close friend Robin Ross described her, a genuine soul with a soft personality who'd drop everything to help anyone. Ashley was deeply involved in the birthing community, supporting expectant mothers with her undeniable passion. She poured love into her 6 children, ranging in ages that spanned her blended family. Her current marriage seemed stable, a fresh start after a turbulent divorce from Ryan Dodd, whom she met back in their Michigan days. Ryan, a 2000 Greenville High grad himself, had relocated with her to Illinois, but their union crumbled under strains we can only speculate about, perhaps financial pressures or emotional rifts. Ashley's kids were her world. Photos from friends show her beaming at birthday parties, school events, and family outings. She embodied resilience, rebuilding her life in Oswego with hope for the future. But empathy draws us in here. Imagine the quiet strength it took for her to leave a troubled marriage, only for it to end this way. Her story isn't just about victimhood, it's about a woman who fought for happiness, making us root for her even in retrospect. Now, let's build the suspense as we detail the crime itself. It's January 27, 2026, around 1:10 p.m. Ashley pulls into her garage on Valentine Way, unaware she's being watched. According to police reports, Ryan Dodd, 44, from nearby Aurora, had allegedly been stalking her, lurking, perhaps following her movements for days or weeks. He tried to conceal his identity with a mask and hat, a chilling detail that speaks to premeditation. As Ashley steps out of her car, Dodd explodes into action, charging after her into the garage. The home surveillance camera captures the terror, a blur of motion, Ashley's frantic attempt to escape, the door closing behind them. Inside, the attack is swift and savage. Dodd allegedly wields a knife, inflicting multiple sharp force injuries, stabs that the Kendall County coroner's autopsy later confirmed as the cause of death. We won't sensationalize the gore, but picture the chaos, a struggle in the confined space, cries for help that no one hears in time. Her current husband, viewing the feed on his phone app, witnesses the horror unfold live. He calls 911, his voice trembling, "I think my wife's ex-husband is chasing her. He's got her in the garage." Emergency responders race to the scene. But Ashley is found unresponsive, pronounced dead right there. The garage, once a mundane entryway, becomes a crime scene taped off with yellow caution lines. Suspense hangs in the air. Did Dodd flee immediately? What clues did he leave behind? Shifting gears to the investigation, this is where the detective work kicks in, full of clues, potential red herrings, and breakthroughs that feel like a scripted drama. Oswego Police Department arrives minutes after the call, securing the home and beginning a frantic search. Initial clues: the surveillance footage, grainy but damning, showing a masked figure matching Dodd's build. A witness spots a man running southbound across Wolf's Crossing Road, adding urgency, a possible red herring if it was just a jogger, but it aligns with Dodd's escape route. Police launch a manhunt, deploying drones humming overhead and K-9 units sniffing trails through nearby neighborhoods like Prescott Mill and Hudson Point. They canvass the area, urging residents to check yards, garbage cans, and personal cameras for discarded items, a knife, clothing, anything. Here's a twist: early reports release photos of a masked suspect, sparking community tips that flood in. Was it a random intruder? A burglary gone wrong? Those red herrings circulate in local chatter, but investigators zero in on the husband's identification. It's the ex, no doubt. Breakthrough comes swiftly. Around 1:30 p.m., an officer spots a suspicious vehicle southbound on Harvey Road. A traffic stop near Rance Road and Pioneer Court leads to Dodd's arrest. No chase, no drama, just cuffs clicking shut. In his possession? Items linking him to the scene, though details are sealed for trial. The Kendall County Major Crimes Task Force jumps in, processing evidence with forensics teams dusting for prints, analyzing blood spatter, and reviewing digital trails. Multiple agencies collaborate: Aurora PD, Illinois State Police, even the Attorney General's office, pooling resources for an airtight case. Another layer: the aggravated stalking charge hints at prior incidents. Court records reveal a divorce finalized recently, with a child support order just 1 month prior mandating Dodd pay $15,000 monthly, a massive sum that could fuel Resentment. Investigators dig into phone records, perhaps uncovering harassing texts or surveillance apps, building a timeline of obsession. This brings us to the psychological depth, the human element that makes true crime so haunting. What motivates a man like Dodd? From what we know, he and Ashley shared a history, high school sweethearts from Michigan, married, moved to Illinois, had kids. But divorce shattered that. Psychologically, experts say these crimes often stem from narcissistic control. Dodd couldn't let go, viewing Ashley as his even after separation. The stalking charge suggests a pattern, maybe drive-bys, unwanted contacts, building paranoia for Ashley. Imagine her emotions, fear creeping in, glancing over her shoulder, yet pushing forward for her children's sake. Her friend Robin Ross paints her as empathetic, always helping, but privately, she might have confided anxieties about her ex-Dodd's side. Rage, perhaps depression over financial burdens. The $15,000 support order could have felt like a noose, twisting jealousy into violence. Investigators, hardened pros from Oswego PD, likely felt the weight, frustration at another preventable DV case, determination to nail it. The community? Shock waves. Ripple, neighbors whisper, schools offer counseling, vigils form. Ashley's husband grapples with guilt, if only I'd been home. Her 6 kids, now motherless, face trauma that echoes for generations, anger, grief, confusion. Empathy here is key, no one wins in these stories. Twists and turns keep us guessing. First curveball, the mask. Dodd thought he'd hide, but the husband recognized his gait, his build. Red herring? Early speculation of a stranger invasion, dismissed when digital forensics linked Dodd's phone pings to the area days prior. Another twist. The child support angle emerges post-arrest, suggesting motive beyond passion, financial ruin pushing him over the edge. What if defense claims mental break? Or alleges provocation? The case isn't airtight yet. Trial could reveal alibis or witnesses flipping the narrative. Community buzz on social media adds layers. Ex-posts mourn Ashley, some question Dodd's past, others debate gun control or DV laws. One post falsely calls it murder-suicide, a misinformation twist quickly debunked. Suspense builds. Will plea deals emerge, or a full trial expose more skeletons? Finally, resolution. But in true crime, it's rarely tidy. By January 29th, charges file, first-degree murder, home invasion, and more. Dodd appears in Kendall County Court January 30th. Shackled, facing life without parole if convicted. No bail, he's held till March. Hearing. The case solves quickly thanks to video and tips, but broader impact lingers. Ashley's obituary, if one surfaces, would celebrate her. Light, instead, funds pour in for her kids via GoFundMe. Community reels. Pushing for stalking awareness, Illinois laws tighten, perhaps inspired. Yet, questions remain. Could protective orders have saved her? The tragedy underscores DV's epidemic, affecting 1 in 4 women. As we wrap, remember, behind closed doors, dangers lurk, but stories like Ashley's spark change. Thanks for watching Behind Closed Doors 98. Drop your thoughts below, and stay safe out there.